You've probably heard turmeric is amazing for your health. It fights inflammation, supports your brain, even helps with pain relief. But what if I told you that using turmeric the wrong way could actually harm your body, especially your nerves? That's right. Most people make at least one critical mistake that can turn this super spice into a silent health risk. In today's video, I'm revealing the 4 common turmeric mistakes that could make it not only useless, but downright dangerous. So if you want to keep using turmeric safely, stick with me until the end. And hey, do you use turmeric daily? Drop a comment and let me know. Mistake number 1, using turmeric without black pepper. Most people think they're doing something amazing for their health when they take turmeric every day. They sprinkle it on food, blend it into smoothies, or swallow a capsule in the morning, believing it's helping their joints, boosting their memory, and reducing inflammation. But there's one small detail almost no one pays attention to, and it can make all the difference between a powerful natural remedy and a complete waste of time. That detail is black pepper. You see, turmeric contains a compound called curcumin. Curcumin is what gives turmeric its bright yellow color, but more importantly, it's what gives it all those incredible health benefits. It's anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and has even been studied for its effects on brain health, pain relief, and immune function. Sounds amazing, right? Here's the problem. Curcumin is extremely difficult for the body to absorb. On its own, it passes through your digestive system with barely any of it entering your bloodstream. In fact, without help, studies show that your body absorbs less than 5% of the curcumin you consume. That means 95% of it just gets flushed out, and your cells never get a chance to benefit from it. And here's where things get worse. When your body can't absorb curcumin properly, it doesn't just go to waste. In some cases, it can actually irritate your gut lining, overload your liver, and add stress to your kidneys, especially if you're taking turmeric in large amounts or in supplement form. Over time, that irritation may contribute to low-grade inflammation, the exact thing turmeric is supposed to fight. It's like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. Now imagine doing this every single day, thinking you're helping your body, when in fact, you're barely getting the benefits, and might even be making things worse. That's why understanding this absorption issue is so important. So what's the fix? It's surprisingly simple. All you need is black pepper. Black pepper contains a natural compound called piperine, and what piperine does is almost magical. When combined with curcumin, it increases its bioavailability, or absorption, by up to 2,000%. Yes, you heard that right, 2,000%. That means that instead of absorbing just a tiny fraction of the turmeric you take, your body can now actually make use of it and deliver those powerful benefits to your joints, your brain, and your entire nervous system. This is why traditional Indian and Ayurvedic recipes almost always combine turmeric with black pepper. Long before there were studies or lab results, people knew this combination worked. They may not have understood the science behind it, but they saw the results in pain relief, reduced inflammation, better digestion, and improved energy. But today, most people don't realize this crucial link. They take turmeric capsules that don't include piperine. They cook with turmeric but forget to add black pepper. They drink turmeric tea with lemon and honey, which sounds healthy, but miss the one ingredient that actually makes it work. Let's talk about turmeric supplements for a second. Walk into any health store and you'll find shelves full of turmeric pills. Some are cheap, some are expensive, and most claim to offer high potency or extra strength formulas. But here's what really matters. Does it include piperine or black pepper extract? If the answer is no, that supplement is almost useless. And in some cases, it might even irritate your stomach if taken on an empty stomach without food or fat. Always read the label. Look for terms like bioperine or black pepper extract listed in the ingredients. If it's not there, put it back on the shelf. It doesn't matter how strong the dose is if your body can't absorb it. Now, if you prefer to use turmeric in your cooking, which is a great option, just make sure you add a pinch of black pepper to every dish. It doesn't take much. Even a small amount of pepper is enough to activate the curcumin and unlock its full potential. Bonus points if you're cooking with a healthy fat like olive oil or coconut oil, because curcumin is also fat soluble. That means it absorbs better in the presence of healthy fats, giving you an even greater benefit. This is why one of the best ways to take turmeric is through a traditional drink called golden milk. It combines turmeric, black pepper, and a fat source like coconut milk or almond milk. Some people add cinnamon and ginger for extra flavor and benefits. It's delicious, soothing, and, when done right, it's one of the most bioavailable ways to enjoy turmeric. Here's another tip. If you're making a smoothie with turmeric, try adding a pinch of black pepper and a spoonful of nut butter or avocado. That way, you've got the curcumin, the fat, and the piperine all in one place, and your body can actually use it. So now, ask yourself, have you been taking turmeric the right way? Because here's the thing, turmeric on its own is not enough. If you're not combining it with black pepper, you're likely missing out on 95% of the benefits, and that's not just a missed opportunity, it's a health risk. You might be overloading your system with curcumin that your body can't use, while continuing to suffer from the same inflammation, joint stiffness, or brain fog you were trying to fix in the first place. The good news is, this mistake is incredibly easy to fix. All it takes is one pinch of black pepper, one small change that can turn turmeric from a weak, hard-to-absorb spice into a powerful healing tool for your brain, your nerves, and your entire body. Mistake number 2, taking too much turmeric. Turmeric is powerful. That's not up for debate. It helps reduce inflammation, supports brain function, protects your joints, and even boosts your immune system. But there's one thing most people don't realize. Turmeric isn't something you can just take endlessly in huge amounts without consequences. In fact, one of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking that more turmeric equals more benefits. They add heaping spoonfuls of turmeric to smoothies, soups, teas, and take extra capsules on top of it. And sure, they mean well, but what they don't know is that too much turmeric can actually do more harm than good, especially when taken in concentrated forms. Let's start with the basics. The active compound in turmeric is curcumin. That's the part that delivers all those amazing benefits. But when taken in high doses, especially over long periods, curcumin can start to stress out your body. The first signs often show up in the gut. High doses of turmeric can cause bloating, nausea, diarrhea, and acid reflux. Many people are shocked by this because they start taking turmeric for digestive relief and then end up with even more discomfort than before. But it doesn't stop there. Turmeric is processed by your liver. When you take too much, especially in a supplement form, it forces the liver to work harder to break it down. And if you're also taking medications or drinking alcohol regularly, that extra stress could lead to long-term liver irritation or damage. This is especially true if you're taking multiple supplements daily without any guidance. Now here's the part almost no one talks about. Your nervous system can also be affected. Turmeric is often praised for protecting the brain, and in the right dose, it does. But recent studies suggest that taking excessive amounts of curcumin, especially through high-potency extracts, might interfere with nerve function over time. Some researchers believe that in large quantities, curcumin may disrupt communication between nerve cells or create oxidative stress in the brain, especially if it's not balanced with other nutrients. The irony? People take turmeric to fight brain fog, but overdoing it might actually make fog worse. You might start feeling tired, mentally dull, or even anxious without understanding why. If that sounds familiar, it's worth taking a closer look at your dosage. So what's the right amount? Most experts agree that between 500 and 2,000 milligrams of turmeric extract per day is safe for the average adult. That's plenty to get real results without overloading your system. And remember, this refers to standardized curcumin extract, not just turmeric spice used in cooking. You'd have to eat a lot of turmeric powder to get that much curcumin from food, which is why supplements need to be used wisely. A big tip here is don't stack your turmeric sources without realizing it. If you're drinking golden milk, cooking with turmeric, and also taking 2 capsules a day, you might be pushing your body past the safe zone without noticing. And just because turmeric is natural doesn't mean you can't overdo it. The good news is that this mistake is easy to fix. Just scale back. If you're taking more than 2,000 milligrams daily, reduce the dose or take short breaks every few weeks. Your body needs time to reset. You don't need to take turmeric forever without pause. In fact, cycling it can help your body stay more responsive to its benefits. Also, talk to your doctor if you're on medications or have liver concerns. Turmeric can interact with certain drugs, and combining it with other anti-inflammatories like ibuprofen can increase your risk of side effects. In short, turmeric should be part of a balanced lifestyle, not a daily megadose routine. When used correctly, it's one of the best natural allies for your health. But when overused, it can quietly wear down your body, starting with your gut, your liver, and yes, even your brain. So next time you reach for that extra capsule or scoop of turmeric powder, ask yourself, am I helping my body or overloading it? Mistake number 3, taking turmeric without fat. Turmeric is often treated like a miracle spice. People mix it into smoothies, teas, oatmeal, and even water. They take capsules, powders, and tinctures, all hoping to reduce inflammation, ease joint pain, or protect their brain. But here's a simple fact almost no one talks about. If you're not consuming turmeric with fat, your body can't absorb it properly. And that means you might not be getting any of the benefits you're hoping for. Here's why. The active compound in turmeric, curcumin, is fat soluble. That means it doesn't dissolve well in water. It needs fat to be absorbed into your bloodstream. Without fat, curcumin just passes through your digestive system, barely touching your cells. It's like trying to soak up oil with a dry sponge. It just won't happen. And this mistake is more common than you'd think. A lot of people take turmeric capsules with a glass of water on an empty stomach, or they toss turmeric powder into water-based drinks, soups, or teas, thinking it's doing something good for their body. But the reality is, without fat, most of that curcumin gets flushed away before your body can even use it. Even worse, when turmeric sits in your digestive system without being absorbed, it can sometimes irritate your stomach. That's when you start noticing bloating, discomfort, or that weird heaviness after taking your supplements. Some people blame turmeric itself, thinking they're sensitive to it, when the real issue is poor absorption. So what's the solution? It's incredibly simple. Just add a healthy fat whenever you take turmeric. If you're cooking with turmeric, use it with olive oil, coconut oil, ghee, or avocado oil. These fats don't just help with absorption, they also bring their own health benefits. Olive oil, for example, is anti-inflammatory and great for your heart. Coconut oil supports brain function. Pairing turmeric with one of these turns your meal into real medicine. If you're taking turmeric as a supplement, the best time to do it is right after a meal that includes some fat. That could be eggs, avocado, fatty fish, nuts, or even full-fat yogurt. The idea is to give your body the tools it needs to absorb that curcumin and send it where it needs to go. Your joints, your brain, your immune system. And if you're into turmeric drinks, there's one recipe that gets this absolutely right: golden milk. Golden milk is a traditional Ayurvedic drink made with turmeric, black pepper, and a fat source like coconut or almond milk. Sometimes people add cinnamon, ginger, or a touch of honey, but the key ingredients are turmeric, fat, and a little black pepper to boost absorption. This combination is gentle on the stomach, easy to digest, and incredibly powerful when done right. Just be careful with store-bought versions of golden milk or turmeric lattes. Many of them are made with low-fat milk or come packed with sugar, which defeats the purpose. If you're making it at home, stick with full-fat coconut or almond milk, and make sure you're using real turmeric, not just a flavored mix. Another easy tip: add a small spoonful of nut butter or some chia seeds to your turmeric smoothie. That way, you're getting fat, fiber, and nutrients all in one go. Simple adjustments like this can make a huge difference in how your body responds to turmeric. Now you might be thinking, I've been taking turmeric without fat this whole time. Is it even working? The truth is, probably not. But don't worry, your body can bounce back quickly. All you need to do is to start combining turmeric with fat moving forward. Within days or weeks, you might start noticing real results. Less joint stiffness, clearer thinking, better digestion, or even improved mood. Remember, turmeric doesn't work in isolation. It's part of a system. It needs the right environment, and that means the right companions. Black pepper helps it get through the gut wall. Fat helps it enter your bloodstream. Without those two, even the best turmeric in the world won't do much. So next time you stir turmeric into a drink or reach for your supplement bottle, ask yourself one question: where's the fat? Because without it, you're not nourishing your body. You're just painting it yellow on the inside. Mistake number 4, mixing turmeric with blood thinners. Turmeric is often seen as one of the safest natural remedies out there. It's anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, great for joint pain, and even supports brain health. But there's one very real risk that most people, and even many doctors, don't mention. If you're taking turmeric and you're also on blood-thinning medications, you could be putting your health in serious danger. Let's break this down. Turmeric, specifically curcumin, has a natural blood-thinning effect. That's actually one of the reasons it's good for heart health. It helps improve circulation, prevents clots, and supports healthy blood vessels. Sounds like a good thing, right? Well, it is, unless you're already taking a medication that does the same thing. Medications like warfarin, aspirin, clopidogrel, and even ibuprofen all thin the blood. And when you combine them with turmeric, the effects can be amplified. That's when things start to get dangerous. You could end up with excessive bleeding, either internally or from small cuts that just won't stop. And you might not even realize it until something serious happens. Here's the part that really surprises people. This risk isn't rare. Millions of older adults take blood thinners every day, either for heart problems, stroke prevention, or arthritis. And many of those same people are also using turmeric in some form, as a supplement, a tea, or in cooking, without knowing that they're doubling up on the blood-thinning effect. You might notice things like easy bruising, nosebleeds that take longer to stop, or gums that bleed more when you brush. These are all signs that your blood may be too thin, and if ignored, it could lead to more serious complications, like internal bleeding, which is much harder to detect and far more dangerous. And here's what makes it tricky. Turmeric doesn't act like a drug. It builds up gradually. You might not notice any side effects for weeks or even months, but if you're combining it with daily medication, that slow buildup could eventually tip your system out of balance. Let's be clear, this doesn't mean turmeric is bad, not at all, but it does mean that you have to be extra careful if you're already taking medication that affects blood clotting. And unfortunately, a lot of people assume that natural means safe no matter what. But in this case, natural can still interact, and in a big way. So what should you do? First, if you're on any kind of blood thinner, talk to your doctor before taking turmeric supplements. They might be fine with you using it in small amounts in cooking, but concentrated capsules are a different story. You'll want to make sure your medication dose and your turmeric intake aren't working against each other. Second, pay attention to symptoms. If you notice bruises showing up without reason, blood in your urine, bleeding gums, or longer healing time from small cuts, stop the turmeric immediately and consult your doctor. These are red flags your body is giving you. Third, don't mix multiple blood thinners, even natural ones, without professional guidance. Did you know that in addition to turmeric, things like garlic, ginger, ginkgo biloba, and even fish oil also have blood-thinning effects? If you're taking more than one of these every day, your risk multiplies. It's not just about what's in your medicine cabinet, it's about everything you put in your body. And here's something important. If you're not on blood thinners, turmeric's natural effects on circulation are actually a benefit. It helps keep your blood flowing smoothly, reduces clot risk, and supports cardiovascular health. But again, it all comes down to context. Think of turmeric like a strong tool. In the right hands and in the right situation, it can do amazing things. But if you add it to a mix of other strong tools, especially prescription meds, you might end up with more force than your body can handle. So next time you're about to take that turmeric capsule, ask yourself, what else am I taking today? Because even something as natural as a spice can interact with your meds in powerful ways. Bottom line, if you're on blood thinners, don't take turmeric supplements without talking to your doctor. And even if you're just using turmeric in cooking, stay mindful of how much you're consuming day to day. Turmeric can be a game changer for your health, but only if you use it the right way. Avoiding these 4 mistakes can protect your gut, your liver, and even your nervous system. If you learned something new today, share this video with a friend who uses turmeric. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful tips that actually work. Your health deserves it.